The Troubles Irish na Tríobláidí were an ethno-nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland that lasted for about 30 years from the late 1960s to 1998. Also known internationally as the Northern Ireland Conflict, it began in the late 1960s and is usually deemed to have ended with the Good Friday Agreement of 1998. Although the Troubles mostly took place in Northern Ireland, at times violence spilled over into parts of the Republic of Ireland, England, and mainland Europe. Sometimes described as an asymmetric or irregular war or a low-intensity conflict, the Troubles were a political and nationalistic struggle fueled by historical events with a strong ethnic and sectarian dimension, fought over the status of Northern Ireland. Unionists and Loyalists, who for historical reasons were mostly Ulster Protestants, wanted Northern Ireland to remain within the United Kingdom. Irish nationalists and Republicans, who were mostly Irish Catholics, wanted Northern Ireland to leave the United Kingdom and join a united Ireland. Despite the division between Protestants and Catholics, it was not primarily a religious war. The conflict began during a campaign by the Northern Ireland Civil Rights Association to end discrimination against the Catholic nationalist minority by the Protestant Unionist government and local authorities. The government attempted to suppress the protests. The police, the Royal Ulster Constabulary Ruck, were overwhelmingly Protestant and known for sectarianism and police brutality. The campaign was also violently opposed by Ulster Loyalists, who believed it was a front for Republican political activity. Increasing tensions led to the August 1969 riots and the deployment of British troops in what became the British Army's longest operation. Peace walls were built in some areas to keep the two communities apart. Some Catholics initially welcomed the British Army as a more neutral force than the RUC, but soon came to see it as hostile and biased, particularly after Bloody Sunday in 1972. The main participants in the Troubles were Republican paramilitaries such as the Provisional Irish Republican Army (IRA) and the Irish National Liberation Army (INLA). Loyalist paramilitaries such as the Ulster Volunteer Force UVF and Ulster Defence Association UDA. British state security forces such as the British Army and RUC, and political activists. The security forces of the Republic of Ireland played a smaller role. Republicans carried out a guerrilla campaign against British forces as well as a bombing campaign against infrastructural, commercial, and political targets. Loyalists attacked Republicans, nationalists, and the wider Catholic community in what they described as retaliation. At times, there were bouts of sectarian tit-for-tat violence, as well as feuds within and between paramilitary groups. The British security forces undertook policing and counterinsurgency primarily against Republicans.